really good football game, and we didn't do a lot of the things that we've consistently done, all season long, and this game came down to, finishing in the red zone, weighty downs, third downs, pitching and catching, and thought our defense battled, asked a little bit too much of them, and that's going to happen against a good team, but we've done a lot of really, really good things. This has been a phenomenal football year for our team, and that locker room is already ready to go. Guys are ready to respond, and we'll get ready to go for a huge opportunity coming up on Monday night, going on the road. Yeah, I just early on, I think there was I gotta obviously go back and look at, whether what it was like for him in the pocket, or it seemed to be some opportunities, particularly chances maybe to put 7 on the board, and listen, he's hit a lot of those all season long, and not one of those plays did I call, and the outcome of that play change, my mentality for Sam the rest of the day. I always believe he's going to hit the next one, and I got to do a better job, giving giving him some other opportunities maybe, and clearly they had it was a physical game on the outside. There was a lot of challenging guys coming up and playing man to man, and like I said, it was a physical game and required some pretty detailed and pitching and catching, and also execution of our offense against certain looks, and we just seemed to be a play away for much of the day. And against a team like that, you're hoping to you're hoping to get 7 a few of those times to try to give yourself a real chance to win it in the end.
What did you think the biggest issue was in scoring?
Yeah, I thought we had some opportunities, and then some other times they did some good things in man coverage, and got us off our first or second reads, and just didn't put the ball in the end zone at a level we've been doing. We've been at a pretty strong clip down there, finishing with touchdowns over the last 6-7 weeks or so, and that did not happen tonight. We got to take a look at it and be ready to try to improve immediately, and know the challenge that we have going to LA.
I think in those goal-to-go situations, there was like 11 of my 1 point, threw like 9 and twice, I think.
Yeah.
What was?
Yeah, there was quite a few there, 2nd and 4s and 3s, and really where there's some opportunities for some first down runs, and then some of our plays, we have the option on some of those plays based upon the looks to get another runoff, or maybe attack the coverage via cans at the line of scrimmage, and kind of either or mentality, and just how it fell, we probably ended up getting some more looks and man coverage to throw the football, and they were able to defend us. So sometimes that happens, and we've got to find different ways to help guys get open, and when there are guys to potentially throw and catch, we've got to be able to do that. We've done it at a very high level this year, and just didn't really show up on the weighty downs.
See anything technique-wise with Sam that led to any of the inaccuracy?
As the early on in the game, it seemed the miss was a little high, and so we've got to take a look at it, fundamentals, techniques, and take a look at the plays that things happened on. We'll, having the Monday night game, we'll be able to do, we'll be able to have a real full kind of debrief and understanding of what took place, because clearly it starts with me. I've got to have our team ready to execute and pitch and catch and do the little things. We won the turnover battle, but and we had opportunities to put the ball in the end zone and just didn't do it. So clearly we need to take a look at it and be ready to improve immediately. It doesn't change anything about the fact that what this team's made up of. We can't always just, we can't win 9 in a row and then we lose 1 and allow that to change how we operate. But that also doesn't mean you can't improve. And late season improvement, when you have been playing really good football in the month of December, sometimes you get hit in the mouth a little bit and you've got to respond. And I know we've built this thing in a way where we're going to do that. and we know it's going to be a challenge, Ben, but that's what we're going to do.
Coach, there is a chance that you guys might be coming back to Detroit, given the way that
Yep.
it's set up. But I mean, you take a look at some of the offensive struggles that you guys had, especially in the red zone. Do you think the crowd knows the crowd level to do that?
It's obviously they're excited about their team. It's a great atmosphere, for sure. But that's what football this time of year is, especially coming to a place where teams have the success they've had. It's definitely going to be a challenge, for sure. Was a part of a team in 2021 where we lost our last game and found a way to do what we needed to do to have a chance to play for a world championship. So regardless of your path that either team will go on, you're still, both these teams are guaranteed 60 minutes, and ours happens to be next Monday night. We're going to get ready to play a football game and hopefully get back to doing a lot of the things we've done pretty consistently all season long as a team.
So when the broadcast looked like that, Campbell said he'll see you guys again in about 2 weeks. Was that pretty much what he said?
He did. Yeah, he did. They were activating some things that, we would go fast and had some chances at some completions, hit a few of them. They had some, there were some stunts and some picks and things where they were able to get to us and maybe limit our chances to truly attack the man coverage. We did have some ball out kind of plays that were effective, at least moving it between the 20s and things like that. But once again, this came down to our ability to put 7 on the board in the first half and take advantage of a short field turnover, take advantage of getting the ball on the 50-yard line. And you've got to turn those things into some real points against a team like that. If we're kicking field goals all day against that offense, it's just we're going to have to score some touchdowns eventually to give ourselves a chance to win the game.
What guys offense? What was it when you got deep into their job in stopping Ryan's offense, the stretching pass game? But a guy like Jameer Gibbs control, how is it hard to slow him down?
Yeah, he's as explosive as anybody in the National Football League, and I thought we did a pretty good job on him for the most part. But against a player like that, all it takes is a little bit of space. All it takes is a little bit of a grasp for him to hit that thing, and he's going to be tough to tackle in space when he gets out there. And we knew that coming in. I thought Flo and the guys did some really, really good things in the first half to keep us in the football game. And like I said, this game could look differently in the end very easily with 1 or 2 more plays down in the red zone being successful. And the way that works with momentum and the way that works for the energy of your whole team. I thought the guys fought. I thought they battled. It got to a point there at the end once we weren't successful on our second to last drive, knowing we were going to be playing Monday night. I wanted to make sure we started taking some guys out, and it was about starting to prepare for Monday night, even though that game hadn't ended yet.
Kevin, you mentioned that you guys haven't lost in a couple of months. Just like, what is the key to turning the page quickly?
Yeah, I think that's what we do, Dane, regardless of the result, and that's what's made this team so special, is these guys just continue to go back to work, regardless of the outcome. Now, what I told those guys, if we're going to be any different when the results don't go our way, that's going to be a problem. And every single man in that locker room responded to that the way I expected them to. And I know we'll go back to work, and not the outcome any of us wanted at all. But that's part of a journey of a football team, is sometimes you're going to get hit in the mouth, you're going to get knocked down. What's defined this team, regardless of when and where that happened and how it happened, we've responded. So the DNA of this team is to do that, and that's my expectation that we'll all do it. And like I said, it starts with me.
To hold them to 10 points, I think, on their first 7 possessions, how impressed were you with what Flo's defense was able to do?
Yeah, I thought, for the way they answered the bell, in that first half and turning the football over and giving us ops, getting stops, and having the ability to in-game response when you're kind of against a team like that. You've got to capitalize on some of those, and you never want to be reckless, but we were going to go down there and try to get 7 points, and we just didn't do it. And you're not going to beat a team like that, regardless of some of the other metrics in the game. When the weighty downs kind of go the way it did, and weighty as they don't get more weighty than scoring plays, and having the opportunity to maybe do so and not, or me not giving the guys a better answer and or path to doing so. So it's all of us. We're all going to be in this together. I'll be standing right out in front of this thing, and we'll press onward, and we get another opportunity in a few days there in LA.
Just the 4-2-4 where you decided to keep the field goal, I guess, what was the thought process there?
Yeah, I thought at that point, I believe it would have made it a 5-point game. Just with the way, our defense was playing, it would have been a chance to, get that 3 in there, and then see if we can get one stop and go down and put the ball in the end zone and take the lead. At that point in time, you're gauging how your whole football team's playing. And I have a ton of confidence in Will. I always do and always will. So didn't work out for us there, but I thought it was a moment, where, getting 3 right there and making it a 5-point game, would have given us a chance for a stop and a score to take the lead and see what it looked like in the end.
Were there any injuries coming out?
No, I mean, Aaron, the same thing Aaron's been dealing with. He got a little sore, but was able to play through it, and he'll be fine. And outside of that, we came out pretty clean for a pretty physical football game, and we'll turn over and get ready to go.
Just what did you make of the way that they covered Justin?
Yeah, it was a lot of man-to-man coverage with help over the top. Some of the times we drew some flags. I think Justin drew one, and there was some. TJ might have had a couple. I mean, games like that when it's contested on every down and there's hand-to-hand combat going on, and you are single covered. There's going to be some opportunities. I think we'll look at the tape and see some chances. Some we capitalized, many we didn't. But at the same time, there's it's going to be competitive at the highest level. And they had a good plan that they mixed the way they were, covering some of the other guys and tried to take Justin out of the football game. So if some of those weighty downs, those bang plays with matchups that you feel pretty good about, they don't go your way, you're either off the field or you're having to decide to go for it on 4th down.
Thanks, Los Angeles.